Alright, I'm about to ruin some favorites today because somehow, somewhere along the line, we all agreed that certain movies are untouchable. Like you're not even allowed to say they're boring without getting attacked online. But let's be real for a second. Some of these masterpieces are actually a struggle to sit through. Yeah, I said it. Let's start with Dune. Visually, incredible. Sound design, insane. Cinematography, chef's kiss. But story. This movie feels like it's permanently loading. You sit there for almost 3 hours watching people walk in slow motion through sand, whispering like they're in a library.
If you want it, make me give it to you. Use the voice.
Well, I just woke up.
And every 5 minutes someone says, the spice, like it's the most important thing in the universe. You keep thinking, okay, now it's about to go crazy. But it never does. It just builds and builds and builds, and then suddenly, credits, no payoff, no explosion of action. Just wait for part 2. That's not a movie, that's a very expensive trailer. Now let's talk about Interstellar. And this one hurts people's feelings, because apparently if you don't like it, you don't understand it. No, I understand it. It's just exhausting. You go in expecting space adventure, rockets, planets, survival, and instead you get a 3-hour emotional math problem. Time dilation, relativity, gravity equations. At some point, you're not watching a movie anymore. You're trying to pass a physics exam. And don't lie, half of you were confused the entire time. You were just sitting there like, yeah, love is the fifth dimension. Makes sense. Meanwhile, the pacing? Slow. Like painfully slow. There are scenes that feel like they last longer than the character's actual time jumps. And then the ending hits you with a bookshelf plot twist like you're supposed to just accept it and clap. Next, Oppenheimer. This one might be the boldest take. 3 hours of talking. That's the movie. No action sequences carrying the energy. No big cinematic moments until the very end. Just meetings, conversations, more meetings. It feels less like a film and more like you accidentally signed up for a very intense documentary that refuses to end. Everyone's whispering, arguing, giving speeches, and somehow it's supposed to feel like the most thrilling thing ever. People say, it's so intense. Intense how? It's just people sitting in rooms having serious discussions with dramatic music in the background. And yes, the explosion scene is great, but you're telling me I have to sit through 3 hours just to get there. That's like eating plain bread for hours just to taste one bite of dessert. And finally, let's talk about the giant in the room. Star Wars. Before you come for me, listen carefully. This franchise is iconic, no debate, but if we strip away the nostalgia, it's the same story, over and over and over again. Empire rises, rebels fight back, a chosen one appears, family drama gets revealed, big space battle, repeat, and somehow, every single time, there's a bigger, scarier version of the same problem. Oh, you destroyed the Death Star? Cool, here's another one. Oh, you beat the Empire? Cool, it's back, but slightly rebranded. At some point, you're not watching a saga anymore. You're watching a loop with better CGI, and don't even get started on how long some of these scenes drag. Characters stare, pause, look dramatic, pause again, then say one line like it's the deepest thing ever said. We get it. The Force is mysterious, but does it need this much silence? Look, here's the truth. None of these movies are actually bad. They're well made, they're important, they've got incredible moments, but calling them non-stop entertainment, that's where the problem is. Because if we're being honest, a lot of the time, you're not enjoying them, you're respecting them. There's a difference, and people don't want to admit that. So yeah, I said it. These masterpieces, sometimes they're just beautifully shot boredom. If that made you mad, good. That means you were paying attention.